Did you know that loneliness can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day? According to a study by the National Institute on Aging, chronic loneliness is linked to a higher risk of heart disease, depression, and even early death. Yet, despite the growing awareness of its effects, millions still struggle with feelings of isolation. But here's the good news: mindfulness can help. It's not just about quieting the mind, it's about connecting with yourself, even when you're feeling alone. In this video, we'll explore how mindfulness can transform loneliness into a chance for personal growth, peace, and even joy. From simple breathing exercises to powerful meditation practices, we'll dive into 6 practical ways to use mindfulness for inner comfort. If you're tired of feeling lonely, stay tuned to discover how you can shift your mindset and find comfort in your own company. You don't have to be alone in your journey. Let's begin now. Chapter 1: The Power of Presence. Embrace the moment when we're lonely. Our minds often race with thoughts of the past or future, making us feel more disconnected. But here's the secret: staying in the present moment can help us overcome those feelings. The key to this is mindfulness. A 2010 study published in Psychological Science found that mindfulness practices can help reduce loneliness and increase emotional resilience. By focusing on the present, we learn to accept our feelings without judgment. It's like giving yourself permission to be exactly where you are, no pressure, no expectations. A great way to practice this is through mindful breathing. When you focus on your breath, you're grounding yourself in the now, quieting your thoughts. Try it. Inhale deeply, hold for a moment, and then exhale slowly. Repeat this a few times and see how it calms your mind. According to mindfulness expert John Kabat-Zinn, mindfulness means paying attention in a particular way, on purpose, in the present moment, and non-judgmentally. This simple act of paying attention can help you break free from feelings of isolation and embrace the peace of the moment. Chapter 2: From Void to Vibrancy. Reframing the loneliness. Loneliness doesn't have to be seen as a negative emotion. In fact, it can be a powerful tool for transformation. Instead of viewing loneliness as something to avoid, why not try reframing it? Research by social psychologist Julian Holt-Lunstad shows that social isolation can affect our health, but mindfulness can offer a buffer. When we experience loneliness, we can choose to see it as an opportunity for self-growth rather than a void. By reflecting on our feelings without attaching a label of bad to them, we open up a space for personal insight. Mindfulness teaches us to look inward without judgment, allowing us to explore what's missing and what we truly need. It's a chance to develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and what makes us feel connected. Try journaling about your loneliness and ask yourself, what does this feeling want to teach me? It's a simple but powerful way to reframe loneliness as a path to deeper self-awareness. Chapter 3: Breathing through the solitude. Finding calm in isolation. Loneliness can often feel like a storm, chaotic, overwhelming, and hard to escape. But just like a storm passes, so too can feelings of isolation. One powerful strategy for navigating loneliness is focusing on your breath. Did you know that controlled breathing can reduce stress and anxiety by up to 40%, according to the American Psychological Association? By practicing slow, deep breaths, we activate our body's relaxation response, calming the nervous system. This simple act can turn a moment of loneliness into an opportunity for calm. A great exercise is box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, and hold again for 4. Repeat for a few minutes. It's like a mental reset, reminding you that you have the power to control your state of mind. In the words of Thich Nhat Hanh, breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Every breath you take can bring you closer to inner peace and away from feelings of isolation. If you're finding this video helpful so far, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the next chapters. Chapter 4: The Inner Companion. Building a relationship with yourself. Loneliness often feels like an absence, an emptiness where someone should be. But what if we could fill that space with a deeper connection to ourselves? Building a relationship with yourself can be one of the most fulfilling ways to combat loneliness. According to the Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin, the more you nurture your inner world, the more you'll feel connected to yourself and others. Mindfulness teaches us to be present with our own emotions, thoughts, and experiences, creating a space for self-love. This might sound simple, but self-compassion can be transformative. The next time loneliness strikes, take a moment to remind yourself, I am enough just as I am. You can even treat yourself as you would a close friend, offering words of encouragement and understanding. This act of kindness to yourself creates a foundation of self-worth, making loneliness feel less heavy. It's a daily practice that deepens your relationship with yourself and makes you feel more at home in your own company. Chapter 5: Heart-Centered Healing. Cultivating compassion for your emotions. Loneliness isn't just a mental experience, it's also emotional. And when we feel lonely, our emotions can become heavy. But there's a mindfulness practice that can help: loving-kindness meditation. Studies show that loving-kindness meditation can actually increase feelings of social connectedness and reduce negative emotions. Source: Emotion Journal. This practice involves silently repeating phrases like, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease. The beauty of loving-kindness is that it doesn't just focus on others, it helps us cultivate compassion for ourselves first. Over time, this practice can help shift the way we view loneliness, from something isolating to something that encourages empathy and connection. The Dalai Lama once said, love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. By focusing on kindness, we not only heal ourselves, but we also increase our capacity for compassion toward others. Chapter 6: The Silence Within. Discovering solitude as sacred space. In our busy world, solitude often gets a bad rap. People think it means being alone and doing nothing, but that's far from true. Solitude can be a sacred space, a time to reconnect with our inner selves. Mindfulness can help us see solitude not as a punishment, but as a gift. Did you know that solitude can actually enhance creativity and problem solving? Studies show that moments of isolation encourage us to tap into deeper creative thinking. Source: Psychological Science. Instead of fearing solitude, try embracing it as a time for inner reflection and exploration. Meditation is a great way to do this. Simply find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and listen to the silence around you. You may be surprised by the peace it brings. Author and philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre once said, if you are lonely when you're alone, you are in bad company. Mindfulness helps us break free from that loneliness by learning to be comfortable in our own company, something that's not just a luxury but an essential part of personal growth. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more ways to nurture mindfulness and find peace in your everyday life.